Hey guys, this is my full loadout on Dimensions End Transcendence Tier 14, where I'll be covering the left gate, right gate, as well as the reckoning stage in one video. You can use the timestamp in the video description to jump ahead to the section that you are interested in. I decided to combine all three into one because the left and right gate really only took 3 minutes real time each, and the middle gate didn't take that long as well. It was like 9 minutes long with a Rubicante Solo. So I just sped up the video about 20% and squeeze it all in one run here. So the left gate with Kurasame, I did manage to snag Kurasame's FR in one of the free multiples, and I actually got his BT for free as well, but I didn't max out his BT and I didn't use his BT as well, so don't worry if you don't have his BT. But having his FR really helps a lot, and will at least make the left gate significantly faster. I decided to go with the Rain's Call on Kurasame. If you don't have Seed Rain's Call, use a Gladio Call, because the idea is that you just want to hang on until the Chocobo summon is fully charged, and then after this you can enter into his force time and then go into summon mode, and really he'll melt the bosses in his force time and in summon mode. By the boss's second or third turn, they start to get really dangerous because they will do a massive brave gain and unload it onto Kurasame. But either if you have the Rain's Call so that you can enter summon early, or if you have the Gladio Call to protect Kurasame, either one is fine. Inside summon mode, I'm just sort of spamming his attacks, and you can also use his Force Echoes to deal one massive nuke at the end. If you do have his BT+, I would of course strongly recommend to use his BT+ at the start, so that you also benefit from the BT aura, and if you do have that, then you don't really need the Gladio Call because his BT aura will protect him from the enemy's attacks. I'm coming near to the end of summon mode. What you want to do to ensure that Kurasame will continue getting turns is to use his additional ability for the final turn in summon, so that he gets one more turn outside of summon mode. At this point, what you want to do is wait for the bosses to reset their brave, which will be coming up right here, and then by using one AoE attack you can re-break them and get one more turn in. That being said, I didn't need the extra turn. My Kurasame had a 5/5 ultimate weapon, and this Force Echo attack right here is enough to kill off the bosses. Let's move on to the next fight. Right gate of Dimensions End Transcendence Tier 14 with a Rubicante Solo. For this fight, you do not have to remove any passive from Rubicante, so just equip all his passives. My Rubicante is fully maxed out, including a 5/5 ultimate weapon as well. And this is even more straightforward than the left gate, so essentially here you start the fight with almost a full force gauge, so simply spam Rubicante's S2 until you hit 100% force, and then you can use BT+, and then followed by FR to enter force time, and the fight is essentially over there. I used the Kurasame call here, and the only reason for this call is I was lazy to switch the call. I have my Rubicante prepared for the reckoning stage. You don't really have to use any call ability here, or you can use any call ability that you want. Doesn't really matter. Once you enter into Rubicante's force time and with his BT aura, he will absolutely melt the bosses through his counter attacks. So that's it for the right gate. Let's move on to the reckoning. Alright, reckoning stage with also a Rubicante Solo. Here you need to give him a call ability that can land a stacking debuff that can go up till 5 stacks and no more than 5 stacks. There's a few options here. I think some people were mentioning Sync LD call ability as well, but I mean, since Kurasame is on this banner, the most common call would likely be Kurasame here. The only tricky thing in this fight is timing the call ability. You want one Kurasame call right before the bosses hit 79%, and you want the second call when the bosses hit 29% health. The setup at the start is pretty straightforward. What you want to do right at the start is have Rubicante start first, so because of that, do not remove any passives from him, just equip all his passives. Use LD at the start, this will force a break and give him a free skill. Then use S2 all the way until the enemies reset their brave again. This allows you to fit in another LD, get another free skill, which allows you to then enter BT mode right here. Entering BT mode with a free skill allows you to squeeze in 3 S2s, and the 3 S2 users here will then allow you to comfortably hit a full force gauge after coming out of BT mode. Okay, so not quite a full force gauge, but doesn't matter. If you are quite close but not quite 100%, don't worry about it. Just use some S2s until you hit 100%. I use one additional ability here to get an extra damage mitigation. Then simply enter force time, and the first part of the fight is over. The next part of the fight is timing the call ability for Kurasame. Now, I did make one mistake here. I actually used the call ability too early. So I used the base call here, which really is a mistake. Do not do this. Just use his EX here and save Kurasame's call for Rubicante's next turn. This is the turn right here where you want to use the base call instead. So once more, do not use the base call on the previous turn, use it on this turn. Just use his last LD here. You don't need to use his LD ever again the rest of the fight anyway, so might as well use it here. Here I had to use the Kurasame LD call because the stacking debuff is about to wear off. If you did listen to my recommendation earlier and delayed the use of the base call, do not use the Kurasame LD call here. Use it on Rubicante's next turn instead. Otherwise, just use his PT plus like I did here to end his turn. If you delayed the base call, then the debuff should be able to last, or at least last most of the way until Rubicante's next turn, where you can then use the LD call to get a full 6 turns of the debuff up. This fight is really built for Rubicante, I have to say, and honestly, if you did pull for Rubicante, and I do highly recommend to pull for him, he would give you back your value worth of gems and tickets. Rubicante Solo is actually, I think, the most easy or simple way around this stage, because with Rubicante here, the only thing you have to worry about is the stacking debuff. So as long as you time your call ability right, the rest of this fight is really a cakewalk. You could also bring Kurasame along. I mean, since you've used him on the left gate, you can bring him here as well, and Kurasame and Rubicante will make this fight a total joke as well. But I think it's a bit more cool for Rubicante to solo the stage. Anyway, it's really a matter of preference. Kurasame here would then mean that you don't even have to worry about the call ability, and with Kurasame's PT aura up, the debuff will always remain at 5 stacks. If you used Kurasame LD call on this turn, then you don't have to pop summon. With the 6 turns of the debuff up, you can just use his echoes here and let the bosses kill themselves. However, because I used the LD call 1 turn too early, there's not enough turns on the debuff to last, so I have to pop Brother Summon here. But otherwise it's still enough to end the fight, so just use EX, use Force Echoes, and if they are still alive, just spam S1 until they are dead. There should be more than enough leeway here. So anyway, that's it for this fight. As always, I hope the video has been helpful, and if you enjoyed the content, do leave a like, comment or subscribe, it really helps a lot. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next Shinryu fight. Bye!